So after such a disappointing season, what were the difficulties your team encountered?
Well, that was a rough season. We encountered a lot of difficulties. I'd say one of the main things is we didn't have any trust. Like people didn't come to practice on time, weren't passing the ball to each other. There's not a lot of dedication.
Well, we really didn't trust one another. We didn't hang out with one another, so we weren't, I guess, we didn't have the faith in each other that if I pass the ball, to Anne, that she's actually gonna make the shot or do what she has to do with it. So I think the biggest difficulty was just us coming together and believing in one another, believing that, we could get what we needed to get done.
Well, after the first season, I think one of our main difficulties that we encountered was a lack of leadership within the team. Our team captain, Will, I think he's just beginning as a captain, as a leader on the team, and I wasn't impressed. Wasn't really impressed by what he did. And I thought that he showed great ambition when he came to me after this first season with questions on how to improve as a leader. And I really told him that leaders are what they preach. They needed to align their goals, and they needed to come together as a team and really work together. And Will needed to be the first person to step up and lead by example.
What kind of changes as a leader did you need to make in order to inspire your team to do better?
Well, for me, I knew that it was going to start with commitment, and I had to show visible signs of commitment to my teammates that I was going to be putting in the same amount of hours that they were going to be putting in, and plus extra hours. And that only works if I'm consistent. So. I have to show up at extra practices. I have to show up at practice early. I have to make sure when we're in the weight room that everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing, that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing as well. Definitely showing visible signs of commitment to my teammates that I'm emotionally invested in the season, and they should be too. That's pretty one of the biggest steps that I had to take as a leader. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
I'd say the big turning point was when I got back to school in the fall. Will actually approached me and said that he was going to start going to practice early, and he really just kind of brought the team together. He went up to each of us and encouraged us to start practicing on our own at home, and then also come to the gym early and stay late. He was the one that was setting everybody up for success by coming in and going above and beyond his duties.
Will tell us to clarify the values of the team, and here are 4 of them: commitment, passion, trust, and communication.
As a leader, I realized that it wasn't going to be enough for me to, get the team together and say, look guys, these are the values we're going to have this year. These are the values that I have, that hard work, dedication, commitment are going to be necessary. I had to get out there and actively show them that these were values that I live by, and that I was going to practice every day, and that I was going to enforce every day, that they were, could hold me accountable to kind of being a leader in terms of making sure everyone kept the values going and stuck to what our original plan was, to win a championship at the end of the season. We are the champions, my friend. And
The first step in modeling the way is to clarify your values. Figure out what means the most to you and use those values to guide you to success.
Make sure that those you're leading agree upon the same values.
People pay more attention to the values their leader actually use than to those the leaders say they believe in.
together.